How did I start baking?
Yes.
We about to be here all day, man. We about to be here all day with that one. What's up, Shondaland fam? It is Bryan Ford. So I moved from New Orleans in 2016, I think it was, to Miami. Homie just bought a nice house by the water. He was like, yo, you trying to move somewhere? Come, you know what I'm saying? Crash at the crib, you know what I'm saying? So I started chilling with him and I started making sourdough like crazy. I was just like, man, I was exploring different grains, techniques, all that kind of thing. I actually tore my Achilles tendon within a month of moving to Miami because I was also training to become a semi-pro soccer player because I was coaching at the time. So I was doing both. So post-accounting was soccer coaching, baking, plus a lot of soccer training. Tore my Achilles. I was like, there goes that. I'm already 26 trying to make it. And I was like, nope, the soccer dream's done. So I was hobbling around in the house, and that's where the sourdough really took off because I couldn't really leave the house. I was in the crutches and all that kind of thing. And that's when I started like ideating what baking could be, what baking should be. I, like most people, started off by baking traditional Western European or Eurocentric things like croissants and baguettes and, you know, open crumb and all that kind of thing, like that, you know, rye bread and all that shit. Fast forward like 2018. So I'm hustling in Miami. I quit accounting. I was kind of broke. I was doing everything. I started freelancing, cooking, baking, all kind of shit. And my mom came to visit me in 2018 and she was like, Bryan, I want some pan de coco. And that kind of changed. My whole brain was like, I was like, oh, what if I made it with the sourdough? Because at the time, I was only using sourdough to do what everyone else on the internet was using sourdough to make, which is Eurocentric stuff, focaccias, pizzas, da-da-da. And I was like, wait a second, what if I made some Honduran bread with my sourdough starter? I made it, and that kind of kick-started this whole thing. I posted this video online. Gets a lot of attention. People want the recipe. I create a blog. So that's when I have an accounting degree or a business degree. I'm like, oh, hold on, this is a business, you know? Website, SEO, how I monetize this, how I make that. Started doing pop-ups, making pizza and bread and stuff like that. So it kind of, there was some days my car was just full of crumbs and old, like ovens and all. It was a mess, yo. It was a mess. Maxing out the credit cards. I mean, just like going full force into figuring out how to bake more Latin American forward things. Started working at a bakery called Sullivan Street Bakery. There's an outpost in Miami. It's Jim Leahy. It's a New York bakery. It is Italian style, but I learned so much about what it means to be a baker there. And around the same time, I got hit up to do my first book because the blog was doing very well. And after that, I quit for the love of the cookie.